Welcome today to another episode of Constructing Future. I have such an interesting person that we met very recently, but I already feel like this guy is very funny, and I've been following him for a while in social media. He does a really great work. So he's in Miami and Fort Lauderdale. He has a construction company, very successful guy. And today I want to welcome Roland the Builder. Correct?
Thank you for inviting me. Yes, correct. Thank you for the invitation.
Thank you for being here.
And
it's a pleasure.
Yes, it's funny. People say I'm a very funny person.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a mix of you're serious,
Yeah.
but then you're funny at the same time.
Yeah, I have a very good developed personality, let's say that. Like, I can develop very well based on the situation. So, yeah, we are in construction
Yes.
since... actually, I have a very great story, and I'm very interested. You invited me here in your place, and that was my first project when I came to Miami 209.
Wow.
I built the Panthers Coffee.
You built the Panthers
With,
Coffee.
with Jeffrey Baroni, a lot of people know he's a very well-known figure in Miami.
Uh-huh.
And his best friend Paulie, they had the Map Studio here.
Nice.
I did both in 209. But back then I didn't speak English, and it's a funny story. Like, your place is right here.
Yeah, it is, no?
I didn't even check the
location.
Google Maps. I was just driving here. I was like, wait a minute, this is the... So
Where everything started, no?
literally, 209 December I landed in here, started... my background is totally different, actually. My background is art.
Art.
I was gifted with art, such a painting, and totally different, like, industry, life, and I would say mindset. So
Interesting. So you are from Hungary, correct?
I'm from Hungary, Budapest. Like I said, I was an artist and graduated in the art school in Budapest. I came here because Miami was the start, and the whole US
Mm-hmm.
is just overall a very cool place to be and be in art. And usually everybody knows artists are broke. There is only like less than 1% succeeds. So I try to succeed here in US, but I work for this designer Roland with Jeffrey Baroni and other people.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the meantime, I work for them as an artist. And at the same time, hey, can you do this? Can you do this? Can you do this? So that's why I merged to be construction.
Nice.
I was working with them for a few years, and then 2016 everything changed.
What changed?
Everything in my whole life, everything, like 180. If there is more than 180 opposite, then my story is that I never believed, and I always said I will never be a farmer or a builder.
Okay.
Never. And then a person walked in my life who is since 2016, he's my spiritual advisor. And he told me, never forget, in 2016 November, you are going to be one of the biggest builders in Miami. I was like, no way. So I even love the guy, but I try to respect him. He's like man of God.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, he said that, and I was like, I didn't take seriously. So 2006 passed, 17 passed. I had no choice, so I did work in construction as a labor.
Mm-hmm.
And 18, I start 2018 the company Miami Tile. I was lucky. I want to buy some great domain name, what is unique, nobody has it, and it's like top inside the construction industry. Of course, nothing was available. And then I was like, oh, MiamiTile.com is available. So accidentally, whoever owned it didn't pay for it. So I got MiamiTile.com, and we started as a tile guy. And we landed a job, I don't know how, that's also a grace. We landed a job when I started 18 in August in a Valparaiso building,
Mm-hmm.
20 units. I was like, what? For a 52 cents lead on Yelp.
Wow.
That's how the whole thing started.
And that's on tile. You were doing tile apartment.
We just did the whole tiling for 20 units and painting, like those type of things. But I got super fast, growing and successful just doing tile.
Mm-hmm.
So I started searching W. Sebastian.
Mm-hmm.
I was searching who's the best motion. Like, he was okay. So I follow him, and I
Which is gonna be in the podcast next week.
So I was like, let me see what I can learn from him. And it's a funny story because he just texted me a few days ago and was like, man, I remember when you started, and now you're doing like giant projects. Like he was like, congratulations, like pretty good.
Nice.
After when I kind of not get better, but I feel like okay, next step I start to follow Carlos.
Mm-hmm.
I used to follow other contractors. And I was like, and I started super fast growing. And I'm a very big risk taker. I believe if you don't take risk, it's nothing. I mean, I believe I'm a very big risk taker. So I started following other contractors, CH,
Mm-hmm.
and other bigger names.
Mm-hmm.
And I learned a lot. After I like, okay, let's go all in. I hired Grant Cardone.
Mm-hmm.
So I paid Grant Cardone like I don't know, like a few $100,000 to get it done in 2020, middle of the pandemic. And then pass by every year, my spiritual advisor says, my goal is build a huge ministry. And I was like, I'm a builder, but ministry. So he tried to put me in the road like I'm a man of God and God called me for this challenge. I was like, what? This is like another
180.
I was like, what's going on? And I didn't believe it.
Mm-hmm.
And also I was kind of believe it, but I didn't believe so much like Bible and like God exists and stuff like that.
That was back then in 2016 or right now?
16, from 16 to almost 2 years back. He's tried to softening me like believing, and he can every 3-4 times a week talk about God. I know the guy, I respect, but it was from my wife, so I was like, I'm not gonna tell him to not come, but I was like, it was too much.
Mm-hmm.
So I was resisted so long, and then almost 2 years ago, I was like, you know what? I am 45. What can I lose? I was always successful. Everything I did.
You're 47 right now?
47.
I
48
can't
in
believe it.
40,
You look
48,
like 38.
48 in 2 months.
You look like 38.
I have very young genetic and like
I can
vibe,
see.
everything. So, and I was like, I'm almost a halfway. I believe I'm leave 100, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, I'm almost a halfway. I did what I want. What can I lose to try? So I went all into believing. So I attended like 3-4 times, Bible study. We had a service. We running our own service to my house,
Mhm.
and the more I adopted, the more I believe it. Things start to even speed it up faster.
Mm-hmm.
So last year, last year I did like 30 million sale
Mm-hmm.
and signed 10 million project, and I started in 2018.
Wow.
So like started growing fast, and I said like, I'm surpassing like big names.
Mm-hmm.
And then since the guy said, God called me for this, the faster I adopt and believe, the faster I'm gonna grow up.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started doing. I'm in auto pay to doing tithe and paying 10% of my income
Mm-hmm.
to the church. So it's happening in here. What you believe is gonna happen. So my motto in my company, everybody knows, is Mark 9:23. Or all cars has a logo says Mark 9:23. Everything is possible. Those who believe. And I'm the type of guy. If I put something in my head, I go until I get it.
Nice.
So we start to adopt, and then it just start to like skyrocket. And actually, we are starting my. That's another funny. Rolando Builder, like. Someone just told me like, oh, there is a movie they call Bob the Builder. That's an old American cartoon. I was like, oh man, it sounds good. It could be Rolando the Builder, and it's just started Rolando the Builder.
I love it.
And then now we are in the point. I'm building this whole Rolando the Builder channel. Rolando Builder Construction University. We're launching literally in a few weeks.
Nice.
I have RolandoBuilder.com. That's where you can find. And I met with a lot of entrepreneurs, and what you can build out most and what is unique about you, it's your personality.
Mm.
So based on that, I was planning to I started building the Roland Builder Instagram page, Facebook page, and we are launching the Roland Builder University, which is we will teaching. It's similar than we do,
Mm-hmm.
but I always want to be different, and I think everybody's personality make it unique some point.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I don't want to be the type of entrepreneur who's selling any type of hopes or selling any type of there's no strong back behind.
Mm-hmm.
So I build this whole structure on a biblical principle because everybody knows. I mean, I hope everybody knows. Even if you believe it or not, all the 500 Forger companies, business structures, build on biblical principle.
Mm-hmm.
You believe it or not, but the structure is the same.
Mm-hmm.
So the way is in the Bible. That's how all this big, like Grant Cardone. I actually start to because I wasn't 100% sure.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. So I actually analyzed few big entrepreneurs. And
Mm-hmm.
the business structure is literally built like that.
Mm-hmm.
Not all of them is believe it, but the structure, the way, the functioning, the work circulation, everything is based on this principle.
Wow.
So my channel will be a little bit different because we will do Bible study
Mm-hmm.
and we will do once a week, certain times the spiritual guidance who I have is coming to life,
Mm-hmm.
and then I will teach. You know the entrepreneur Marlon. I forget his name. He's very known. He's also teaching entrepreneurs from the book. Russell Brutt's friend.
Uh-huh. Russell.
Yeah, so he's also teaching business through the Bible.
Okay.
So that's what I'm gonna do.
I know
because-
Ryan Pineda is big also.
Yeah. So basically, my challenge is gonna be a similar than them, and I felt more comfortable to do it because I know I'm saying what it's in the Bible. So I'm not
Mhm.
saying something what is.
Wow, I
It's-
never realized that. I mean, I personally read the Bible a couple of times, so
Uh-huh.
I'm not that big of a Bible guy, but I never knew that inside
Yeah.
of the Bible you can find answer for
There's
a
a
structure
whole-
of a construction business or building something.
It's literally. I don't know. I don't know personally how many pages, but it's a whole book inside the Bible talk about how to build wealth.
Wow.
It's amazing, and if you start to going into deep, you will see everything you need is right there.
Mm.
So that's what I applied in my business,
Mm-hmm.
and the moment I applied, we start to even going faster and bigger.
Let's
And,
talk a little bit more about that because the audience are contractor.
Mhm.
Most of them are between $3 to $5 million, probably 5 to 10 employees, and they want to get to the next level.
Yeah.
And they want to really build a big business,
Mhm.
but they don't know the how. They don't know the strategy behind.
Mhm.
They don't know what they need to do. So where would you tell them to start? Right there, where to build a big business, or what did you do that helped you?
It's basically what you can hear everywhere. So I'm gonna repeat the same thing what everybody repeat, and then the reason why I'm repeating this is probably works. So
Mhm.
if you wanna start something to grow, don't look at anybody else. Don't look at the neighbors. Don't try to do what I did, like following others. Search the problem and search the answer in yourself.
Yourself.
The moment you find in yourself the answer, and you will adopt yourself, because how you wanna be a $10 million worth of contractor if you never been that level?
Mhm.
So you're missing something
Mhm.
in yourself. So you have to find that, and then that's what I did. I stopped to copy and paste other contractors.
Mhm.
I was like, okay, what am I missing?
Uh-huh.
And when I realized what am I missing, then I went out following and searching other people, not contractors, but how to build system, how to build, how to run the company, not how to lead the company, not work in the company situation. So,
Uh-huh.
so I'm very good, and that's what I'm going to actually the teaching to contractors how to build system, how to put it together. I have like a marketing manager team. I have inside a marketing manager like 4 people who does SEO, does PPC, LSC, other advertising and structures, email marketing, everything. And it's just I have learned to see whoever I work with, that
Mhm.
person, what is in that person is better than in me, and I start to develop that part on this guy.
Mhm.
Because if he talks better than me, then why should I have to go talk? He should go talk.
Yeah.
And then when I'm very good to like certain things to do, I'll focus on that part and I'll just do that. And then that's where I start to realizing how to developing. And obviously when you come to 3 million, 5 million, 10 million, every level has a different difficulties.
Mhm.
What you have to figure out, you don't see that moment until you get there.
Mhm.
When you get there, it's like, oh, I need this, I need that, I need that.
Uh-huh.
So, and it's true. You are the average of the 5 people you are.
Surrounding
Yeah,
yourself
surrounding.
with.
So I really change the people. Whoever in your life keep talk about about your past, those are the people not good enough to go to your future
Mhm.
with you, because they still in the back, not in the future. So.
Mhm.
I really start to making hard decisions. I'm not telling people like I don't want to talk to you, but you
Mhm.
know, I was focusing on things what took me to the next level, which is the Bible, which is I start to listen to my wife, which is I never did before.
Nice.
Because,
that's another tip that is giving you right there. If you have the wife, start to listen to her.
Because you have to understand, doesn't matter how blessed I am, doesn't matter how good I am. Rome wasn't built in one day in one person.
Mhm.
You need a team.
You need a team.
If you don't have a team, you have nothing.
Yeah.
And you need the people you trust, and then you need to treat your people very well, because if you don't, then they go away. So
Mhm.
it's a lot of components. I would say you need it, and you need a hard passion to do it.
Mhm.
Because if you don't have it, you just watch the money, how things gonna make you as a person better, but not the rest of them. There's nothing.
Yeah.
So it's. I realized I have to change. The moment I changed, everything changed.
Wow.
So that's.
We
what I
always
can
say that the moment you change, everything else
Yeah.
change. But when you like, at least for myself, when you listen from the other people, yeah, that's fine. But when you really experience that for yourself, it is the moment that you say, "Oh fuck,
Yeah.
I know what they meaning." No?
Yeah, that's what I would say changed me so much to be me different.
Nice. Very interesting.
Because you cannot be the same person. I used to love to party. You can still tell my personality. I was
Mhm.
very. I used to. I came to Miami. I was like, oh, this is heaven. So I was like party after party. And then even in the beginning of my company, we work Monday to Friday, sometimes Saturday, and then I went out party, and I came back, and on the Monday I was like, oh my god. So
Yeah.
I got to the point. Actually, COVID it's kind of slowed me down,
Yeah.
because I was like, I cannot do this anymore. Like going out, party. Like, am I running a business and try to be successful,
Mhm.
or I'm still a party guy?
Yeah. It doesn't
So-
work the balance.
So there is a lot of hard decision you have to make, and then you have to set a goal. If you don't have a goal, you're just flying.
Mhm.
That's also it doesn't help you, because you don't know where is the cap. You don't know where you're gonna stop. You're just going, but you don't know where you're going.
Mhm.
So you need like stages. Like, okay, this is our plan, in which everybody says you need plan.
The target, the goals.
And then I was like, okay, right, I can do it. And I was like, okay, we need a plan.
So let me rephrase a little bit what you say so far. Like you are an artist that build the people,
Pretty
and
much.
then the people are the one that actually execute the work behind it.
Yeah.
And you let them find the good things that they have it, and you enhance those things,
Mhm.
And so you build it up on that, which is called leadership pretty much.
Yeah.
And that's how the people, they flourish and prosper and they grow and they get better, and your company get better, and you treat them well,
Yeah.
and then in consequence everything is getting better.
Yeah, I would say what you said is exactly the same, but the reason why it's unique in my way, because I was an artist, so I see in everything a totally different way,
Mm-hmm.
and then I adopted everything a totally different way. So, and I had absolutely zero construction and business knowledge.
Mm.
So
And when you start, you
Yeah, so I would say I say I'm really blessed.
say,
So I have to agree with the person who said that, because I started everything from nothing, like
Mhm.
literally no construction. And artists a little bit like free-minded people.
mm-hmm.
I was the same, so I was like to totally change, to have a new personality, and then it's like cold and hot, totally different.
It's interesting.
But my personality were able to create a different environment,
Mm-hmm.
which is still, I would say, a very natural.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people likes the fact and following me and our team, because doesn't matter where we go, how far we go, everybody try to stay the same person, like on the ground, nothing like
yeah.
flashy. So that's what I try to be really, really different. I don't want to be that Miami hype. I try to be like a cool guy, but not that like selling fake dreams type of Miami hustler.
Mm-hmm.
And then here it's a little bit challenge to do this, because that's like a totally different, like totally different planet, Miami. So,
Yeah.
but this is pretty much my quick 20-minute story.
Nice. I love it. I love it. I think there is a lot of great gems in there. I learned a lot because, as I say, I didn't know about the Bible. I didn't know that aspect of the story. I was introduced to through Grant Cardone people that we work there. I was introduced to my spiritual side through Scientology. I don't know if you heard about it. That's what Grant is doing. I doing it. And for me, it helped me out. But I'm good with everybody always saying you have different things that you do, and whatever works for you is what it works. So
Yeah, it's super, super important to have some sort of. So for me, in our team, like 99% of the people is Christian.
mm-hmm.
I know what I can accept for those people.
Mhm.
I know, like, they're reading the Bible, they have like principle understanding, and then there is rules.
Mm-hmm.
So I know like if there's a Christian guy, like we talk, we're going a little bit deeper in it, and I can say, okay, this guy is serious and taking things seriously, and then that's give me like, okay, I know what I can expect that person. But there's something, other guy coming in who's always party, and the way he's just living life, doesn't respect the family or wife, or doing stuff. I was like, okay, if you doesn't respect your own home, what can I expect from you?
Mm.
So to me, it's very important when I meet with someone, I always sit down. So my hiring process is totally different than others. I'm like going deep into people, like personal things. I was like, and then I always surprise people.
Wow.
So to me, it's very important who I do business. I can trust, I cannot trust. And then, like I said, I always pray, and I always listen to the voice when I never listen, and my wife. Because it's very important, and it's like also Grant says, he could not do without the family. He could not do. A successful person has a other part, yin and yang, or Adam and Eve. Like you need, the team start from there.
Yeah.
This is the first person you will trust. This is the first person, because in the beginning, be honest, people see the success here, but they didn't see the road to get here.
Mm-hmm.
And in the road, if I want to be honest with everyone, I want to quit by 100 times.
Yeah.
And the person, my wife, she was the person she never let me do, because the day first, her mom and her, they believe in me. They see in me what I didn't see.
Wow.
So they were the first people who started with my company, my success.
Nice.
and after I start develop other people. So when you see the person on the top, you have like anybody has a lot of people in life. They made them successful to be there. It's like nobody gets just successful by themselves without people helping them.
I love it. I love this
So-
story, and I'm completely in
That's-
agreement with that.
Mm.
I've been married for like 8 years right now, and every day that he gets tough, she's always there supporting you. She's always there, like telling you, yeah, let's continue because the life that we want to have it is right there. You just need to go get it, you know. You go through a lot. You go through a lot as an entrepreneur, and
Oh yeah.
every day is a challenge. Every day is a new challenge, but that's the beauty also of it, you know. Now, would you say that as an artist, the fact that you say at the beginning that you say I'm not scared, I taking big risk.
Mhm.
Do you think is that part of your personality, or you build into that through the years?
That's my personality.
Your personality. Okay.
That's my personality. I mean, when I was younger, I was gambling. So I have a similar, actually, background in Grant Cardone. So
Okay.
I did casino. I was gambling. I was like,
Okay.
put my whole house once in a roulette, number 32. I lost everything. I went home. I got my last 60,000. I put it on the opposite number 23. Everything came back, and I have a very strong in me. If I say done, it's done. So I put it out, catch it out, boom. I never went back. I never had an urge to go back. That was like 20 plus years ago. So
Wow.
I did actually the 10x health.
Mm-hmm.
It, you know, when back then they were together with Gary.
Mm-hmm.
And there is the test actually is worked, because that test shows you, if you analyze it, what they send you, it says your personality.
Mm-hmm.
So my personality, and which is every, oh my god, what's the name of that? What's the name of, I don't know, it doesn't cross my mind. Dopamine.
Mm-hmm.
So every very successful entrepreneurs has
Mhm.
high dopamine level.
Level.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I started googling, that dopamine level is make you to, like the way I am, the way Grant Cardone, like this drive, what you see, all entrepreneur has that, and that is a type of thing inside the body which is can control that. So if you get, let's say you start doing party, doing cocaine, doing alcohol, whatever, you can say no and put it down, because the dopamine level, when it's high, you don't need to like crash it to get to the point. And the only way you can raise dopamine with addiction.
Mm-hmm.
So the best thing to raise dopamine is the cocaine actually. So when you have a high dopamine, you pretty much you're not getting addicted things.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why with Grant Cardone, when he was younger, he was like,
That's
like,
it.
and he said like, that's it, put it down. So he has this person to that. That's also a very interesting thing. So I learned a lot. I'm watching every day, pretty much like 4 or 5 different type of topic. So
Mhm.
I'm knowledging myself. I'm like health wise, business wise, investment wise, and other topics. So I'm watching like 4 or 5, I don't know, like different topic, different
Mhm.
videos to how to
Interesting.
knowledge myself, to how to be better as a.
So how
Owner.
important for you is personal development as a person?
I think that's like I said in the beginning, that's the number one. If you don't have a personal development, you pretty much, like, my opinion is like you cannot reach anything, because it doesn't matter what you try to reach. First you have to start with yourself,
Mm-hmm.
and then develop yourself to be a good entrepreneur, a good leader, good trader in crypto,
Good father.
good father is a lot of things. Like, so basically that's what I learned the most, and to me that was the hardest, because I'm a very grinding, dreaming person. I had to a little bit slow down,
Mm-hmm.
which it doesn't look like right now I'm slowing down, but I had to slow down, think twice, read my Bible, and then actually that's the only one thing I can say it slowed me down, and that teach me to develop inside of me to become a different person. So that's why I'm like doing 4 times a week. Because when I'm focusing on that, I'm trying to turn on my phone. I'm trying to not focus on anything else but that.
Mm-hmm.
And that make me to develop a totally different
Yeah.
role.
And when you come back after those hours that you study in the Bible and everything, how do you feel?
I feel that's a good question. Actually, when I finish that, I feel for a little bit like, oh, that's the person I should be. But you coming out live, getting your first call,
Yeah.
and you change a little bit. So the very good answer to this, which is everybody says, and I can say the same: consistency. You have to be consistent. If you're not consistent, nothing works.
Yeah.
Nothing Bible study, nothing business, nothing. You have to be consistent. When you're trading, you cannot just trade once a week and hoping you're gonna make millions. You have to be like consistent.
Yeah.
You have to do podcasts. You have to be consistent. You do like 3-4 podcasts. So what? Like few people see it. You have to be consistent. So people are like, oh, you have a new episode. You have this.
Yeah.
So those are like that's what I said in the beginning. I will repeat pretty much what others says, but I learn it on my way.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody has to experience. That's another thing. Everybody has to experience in their own way.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of people got successful, like going Grant Cardone. A lot of people succeed. A lot of people didn't. Because you have to develop yourself. I went to Grant Cardone 21 or so. I wasn't ready. I was pissed back then. Oh, he didn't do his job. He did his job, but his job was triggering and see who is good. And if that guy is good, it will develop something what is trigger him to work with him to get more. So he was basically what he offered to everyone was the same. That's why I got pissed. But I didn't see he was looking for a uniqueness. So if you see a unique person, they will work with that person. But other than they know human psychology, which is what I'm also sometimes learning about it.
Mm-hmm.
Human psychology. If you know human psychology, doesn't matter what you start, you will win.
Mm-hmm.
Because humans is the easiest to like lead
Mm-hmm.
the way you want them to be lead.
Yeah.
So that's a very important thing, guys.
And that's part of the sales. That's part of
Oh,
how you
yes.
present your product, the marketing
Sales,
strategy.
how you sell.
Yeah.
That's like a key, like a goal. So I see it in the beginning. It's like, this is not correct. You know, like try to sell things to people. Like I felt it's too much psychology behind. But after I realized it depends how you do it.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to develop a lot to understand. It's very interesting. So
Yeah.
actually, I like to do it because now I feel I have a construction company, and I have another company which is consulting, talking to people, teaching people. So that's why I was okay. I find my uniqueness, and this is the way we go.
Mhm.
That's how I developed,
I love
and
it.
that's going to be a different in Roland Builder, and it's gonna be like very like kind of funny. So I don't want to be like just like super tired business person, but when it's come to business, I'm like I have a secondary phase. Like I'm super serious in business when it's come to like negotiating deals because man, I've burned myself 100 times in the beginning to be like coming from Europe, a small town, handshake, to be honest, and people just take advantage of you. So
Yeah.
we have like two lawyers we work with. One of them is smaller things, another one like bigger deals. But when it's come to negotiating and contract, you have to know what you're doing because people are gonna smoke you.
Yeah.
That's how.
Especially in this city that they like everything that you go, you change a comma on the
Mhm.
contract and they can get you for that. Is not the nice things.
One thing I don't like about Miami is no common sense of like people screw whoever they can screw type of thing.
Yeah.
That's what I don't like about Miami. If you go up to north,
because
Austin,
we come like you say from a small village. I come from a small village of 2,000 people in Italy, and we have the same mentality. And I went to the same things that you telling me, because when I came here and you told me tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock I will be there, for me it's my word.
yeah.
And no matter what is happening, at tomorrow at 8 o'clock I will be there.
Not
you know?
here. Like that. Be honest, in construction, that was one of my hardest parts. To finding people you can trust, finding people they showed up, not in the we call in Miami, Cuban time or Caribbean time. Like 11 is 1 p.m. for them. So that was, but you are only as good as yourselves. That's my other motto.
Yeah.
Like, just because you think you hiring the cheapest guy you to make more money, which is I said in the beginning, you have to get good people, pay them well, and you have credibility to the for the customers, with the people, because just in the beginning I tried to save money, I tried to make more money, so I hired certain people. They did the job well, but to me, to go in there like a job site 20-30 times instead just going like 2-3 times, it's a nightmare. So that's it's part of Miami, I would say that.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. And then we come from Europe, that we have a very high level standard of things like craftsmanship, of furniture and everything, cabinets, everything is done in a way that people spend like entirely 1 year to build the cabinets because it's custom made and they put the passion into it. Right here is more production. It's more like just get it done and move to the next one. What you got next,
I would say it's two components. It is US plus in Miami. And Miami is, I would say, it's not going to change in the next 5 to 10 years, because this is the hottest place right now here in the US. Construction going like crazy. Like you come back in a year later, like it's a new landscaping. It's a very hot market. I would say I got lucky, blessed, to start back then, because now I'm in the right moment, in the right time, in the right time, and so that's where I'm probably staying it. And then I'll just scale it out as much as I can. In the meantime, I do Roland the Builder, combine it together with the purpose of God to me to build as a ministry. That's actually one of my 2025 goal to we having opening like our ministry. So
nice. It's been like ministry is like a kind of school or university.
No, I'm talking about like a church ministry, like
church.
Yeah, we have a ministry called JIM, Jesus Intensive Ministry.
Okay.
And then, because I totally believe, and this to me worked. So all I can say what is worked for me, I know it's work. It could work with others, but that's everybody's own fight.
Yeah.
You have to adopt in yourself, and then Christianity is built on faith. And then probably people call like manifestation. It's pretty much is your own game, what you choose, but what you choose you have to believe it, and then it's come to the same point, belief. So it's the same concept, and just saying tying my shoe in the left hand and the right hand. So it's pretty much the same. It's faith. I mean, it's a religion, but religion also causes the biggest problem in the world. So I don't want to go into this.
No, but hey, again, I'm a person that I respect every religion. I respect whatever you're doing for yourself to getting better into it. I respect. And that will go back to what I said before. What works for you might not work for another person. But if it works for you and you're good and you share it with others, that's for good. It's a good thing to do, So.
Yeah, that's my really principle of starting on the Builder channel, to be giving value to people, and then we've been working on like putting together like a very solid like package, but I will do it the way I succeed.
Okay.
So that's gonna be like a little bit different than others, but it's pretty much that's about it. And we launch in about 2 weeks. We have a little bit like adjusting here and there,
Nice.
and then we'll see.
Looking forward to it. Looking forward to see it. And again, thanks for your time
Of course.
today. It was a really, really interesting episode on a different angle that I had ever had with other like guests, you know. But everybody has his own story, and
Oh,
it's
definitely.
interesting story as well. Thank you for sharing that. The audience again is our contractor in between $5 and $10 million that we want to grow and scale the company. They don't know how to do it, and this is the idea to share the journey
Mhm.
of us as an entrepreneur to get to like share the good and the bad, you know, of it, and the challenge that we have to get to where you are today.
Yeah,
You
it was a
know.
lot of challenge.
But thank you again, guys. If you like the episode, just subscribe right here, and I see you on the next episode. Thank you, Roland.
Thank you. Bye.
Appreciate.
Bye.
It was great. Love it.